All right, let's talk about using AI at work. We're going to dig into how you can use it to seriously, and I mean seriously, upgrade your day-to-day. And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi future stuff. We're talking about real, practical skills you can start using, like right now, to get a massive leg up.
Okay, so this quote from the CEO of Plus AI, it might sound a little intense, right? But honestly, he's not exaggerating. The whole AI revolution isn't coming anymore. It's here. It's already happening. And it's moving so fast from this kind of cool, nice-to-have toy to an absolutely essential tool for anyone who wants to stay competitive.
And if you need proof of just how massive this shift is, just look at this number: 100 million users on ChatGPT in just 2 months. To put that into perspective, it took TikTok 9 months to hit that, and Instagram over 2 years. So yeah, this isn't just another trending app. This is a fundamental, ground-shaking change.
So all of this massive, super fast adoption, it's leading us to something really important. We're calling it the new productivity gap. And trust me, it's not just about doing your old work faster. It's about completely unlocking a new, way smarter way of working.
So here's the bottom line. Just like with the internet or smartphones, we're seeing a huge split happening. On one side, you have the people who are learning to use AI, and they're just seeing these massive jumps in what they can do, their creativity, their output, everything. And on the other side, well, you have everyone else, and they're finding it harder and harder to keep up. This isn't about shaming anyone, it's the new reality of how work is changing.
So you're probably asking, okay, how do I make sure I'm on the right side of that gap? Well, it all comes down to one single fundamental skill, and that is mastering the art of the perfect prompt.
And here's the best part, honestly. You don't need to be a coder or some tech genius to get good at this. AI is so new that pretty much everyone is starting from scratch. It's a level playing field. We're all learning this new language at the same time, which means your biggest advantage now, it's just your ability to think clearly and ask really good questions.
Okay, let's break this down with a real example. Our first framework is context, goal, output. Super simple. Look at the prompt on the left. Give me a plan to get in shape. I mean, what are you going to get back? Something super generic, right? It's a total shot in the dark. But now, look at the right. We give it context, I'm a beginner. We give it a goal, run a marathon in 6 months, and we tell it what output we want, a detailed workout schedule. See the difference? You go from a vague wish to a personalized, actionable plan. It's night and day.
All right, framework number 2 takes things to a whole new level. Think of this as giving the AI a job. You start by assigning it a role. You're not just talking to a machine, you're talking to a world-class fitness trainer. Then you give it a task and very clear instructions. You're not just asking a question anymore, you're basically hiring an expert consultant, and believe me, the results you get back are going to reflect that.
And this one is a game changer. It's called chain of thought prompting. The big idea here is instead of just asking for the final answer, you ask the AI to think out loud, to show its work, step by step. Why? Because it forces the AI to be more logical. It turns it from this kind of mysterious black box into a collaborator that you can actually follow along with. And the plan it creates, it's just so much more solid and well-reasoned.
Okay, if you want a framework that covers all the bases, remember this acronym, CREATE. It's like your ultimate checklist before you hit enter. You've got C for character, give it a role. R for request, what do you want? E for examples, show it what good looks like. A for adjustments, set the rules. T for type of output, how do you want it formatted? And E for extras. And that extras part is a serious pro tip. Tossing in phrases like act as an expert or be witty but professional can totally change the vibe of the whole response. Okay, so now you get the theory. You know how to talk to an AI to get what you want. So let's get practical. Let's talk about the what. How do we take this new skill and actually turn AI into a co-pilot that helps you with your real day-to-day work?
I mean, seriously, what can't it do? Think about it. You can summarize that 50-page report you've been avoiding in seconds. You can brainstorm a month's worth of social media ideas in minutes. Writing a tricky email? Let it give you a first draft. Need to prep for an interview? It can be your practice partner. The point is, it's amazing at crushing that first 80% of the work, the grunt work. That leaves you free to focus on that final 20%. You know, the strategic stuff that really makes a difference.
And we're not just talking about simple bullet points here.
Look at this. With one single well-crafted prompt, you can get something as structured and complex as a full weekly content plan. Is it perfect? Probably not. But is it an incredible first draft that saves you hours of staring at a blank page? Absolutely. You get this whole organized framework that you can just jump right into and start tweaking.
I love this image because it just perfectly explains the relationship you should have with AI. Think of it as your co-pilot. It's fantastic at handling the routine stuff, running checklists, navigating, doing the repetitive tasks. But make no mistake, you are the pilot. You're the one in charge, making the big strategic decisions and deciding where you're ultimately going. And that idea, that brings us to what might be the single most important part of this whole conversation, finding that perfect human balance. Because the real magic, the real power of AI isn't about replacing people. It's about making people better. It's all about collaboration.
And really, the formula for success is this simple. Let the AI handle the first draft. Let it do the heavy lifting and get you past that blank page paralysis. Then you come in. You bring your expertise, your insights, your unique voice, and you add those essential human finishing touches. That combination, that's what creates something truly great.
So let's lay out some clear rules of the road for this collaboration. On the do side, yes, be super specific, use it to brainstorm, and always customize the output. But on the don't side, and this is crucial, please don't just copy and paste without reading it. Don't rely on it for really sensitive or strategic decisions. And whatever you do, don't let it make you sound generic. Your unique voice and your judgment, that's your superpower here.
This quote from Thrive just says it all, doesn't it? The whole point is to make your voice louder, not to replace it. When you start treating AI like a real partner, you unlock so much efficiency, and that frees you up to do the stuff that, only a human can do.
So I want to leave you with this one big question to think about. For basically the first time in human history, getting a first draft is now instant. It's free. The hard part is done in a second. So the real question for you is, what are you going to do with all that time you just got back? What will you create?